I can't see a path that guarantees safety. We're entering a period of great uncertainty where we're dealing with things we've never dealt with before, and we can't afford to get it wrong with these things.
Can't afford to get it wrong, why?
Well, because they might take over.
That's Geoffrey Hinton, the former Google engineer known as the godfather of AI, speaking on 60 Minutes about the potential dangers of artificial intelligence. Those issues may be a current topic of debate, but AI has been the subject of Hollywood films since the silent era. And this year, one of the most influential cautionary tales is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Westworld. You may know it from the recent HBO reboot series, but the original was a 1973 film written and directed by Michael Crichton, author of Jurassic Park, a similar tale of technology gone very wrong.
We are sure you will enjoy your stay in Western World.
Was she, probably?
Westworld, starring Richard Benjamin and James Brolin, took place in a futuristic theme park for adults, populated by some very lifelike robots. For $1,000 a day, guests could indulge in a Western fantasy adventure.
Your move.
Everything from realistic gunfights with a mechanical Yul Brynner to sexual encounters in an old-time bordello.
What's he in for? Central malfunction.
Another one?
That is before the AI malfunction, causing the robots to turn on the guests. We got the chance to rewatch it with ScreenCrush.com editor-in-chief Matt Singer at New Jersey's Barrymore Film Center. Boom! Ooh! Ow! Something goes wrong. How do you get up after being shot like that?
It's James Brolin. He's a tough guy.
I'm shot.
So, we're talking Westworld. 50 years. Michael Crichton, he wasn't so far off, was he?
No, I mean, in some ways, the movie is a little dated, right? The effects, some of the mustaches.
Well, you come to the right place.
But I think the issues that it was talking about are probably more relevant and maybe even more scary now than they might have been in 1973.
Oh, my God.
Draw.
Those issues become pretty obvious.
It's like the literal Yul Brynner running amok. He's a robot and he's going to kill Richard Benjamin. But I think if you take a step back, this idea that, well, nothing could go wrong. We've built these amazing robots. Computers are magic. Putting our blind faith in artificial intelligence and thinking that once we do that, all of our problems will be fixed. When you're making a movie about AI, what you're really making a movie about is humanity. Often a very bleak, often a very dark depiction of humanity.
Westworld was a hit and proved there was a modern audience for AI-related projects. Though, in fact, Hollywood has long dramatized its dangers, even by other names. From the robot gone wrong Maria in Fritz Lang's 1927 silent classic, Metropolis.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
To HAL 9000, the murderous computer in Stanley Kubrick's 1968 masterpiece, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
To 1983's War Games, where Matthew Broderick helped show what could happen if we gave AI the nuclear codes.
Shall we play a game?
Let's play global thermonuclear war.
Fine.
All right.
And of course, James Cameron's Terminator series that described how AI could become self-aware, see humanity as a threat, and set off an apocalypse. And it still holds up.
But I think the thing that's so funny is when people ask James Cameron about Terminator now, and about AI now, you know, I think earlier this summer he was quoted as saying, I tried to warn you people about this in 1984, and you guys didn't listen. We're closer than ever.
That may be true, but after all this science fiction, we decided to get some science fact from someone who knows a thing or two about AI and robotic technology. Robert Plater is CEO of Boston Dynamics, one of the world's leading robot manufacturers. Makers of Spot, a four-legged robot with a variety of commercial uses. Stretch, designed for loading and unloading in warehouses, and their latest creation, Atlas, displaying very human-like form and mobility. We had to see it for ourselves. Oh, okay. He looks human. By witnessing Atlas in action. Okay, Atlas!
It's definitely the most complicated robot we've built so far.
Look at him. Wow. It traversed an obstacle course and even got down, busting a few moves.
Fun behaviors.
We're dancing now. Then Atlas really kicked it into high gear. Woo! All right. Take your bow.
That's
take
right.
your bow.
We'll take
take
two
your
bows. Standing
bow.
ovation.
I mean, what AI robot film got it right?
I loved the robot in Lost in Space.
Caution. Suggest an immediate return to pod.
So it had these beautiful extensible arms and pincher grippers, and he had a head that could see all the way around. Spot has cameras all the way around his body. Why wouldn't you want that?
Has Hollywood given robots a bad name?
You know, the stories about robots have been pretty consistently scary. From the beginning, the creation ends up rising up and destroying the creator. And, you know, that's a powerful story. People can't forget it. The story, of course, is that the robots are scary and they're going to take over and they have emotions and destroy us, but the opposite is true.
What are some of the safeguards that you're thinking about, if at all, to keep those dangers at bay?
There's some reasonable concerns here. You know, we're building a next generation of robots that have unprecedented mobility. That means they're going to gain access, could have access to our places of work or even our homes. And so I think that raises questions of privacy and safety that have to be addressed. And so there needs to be regulation around the use of this technology. And for this reason, we have been working with regulators to establish rules of safe use of this kind of technology.
Getting that right might go a long way to addressing people's concerns about robotics. But then Plater would still have Hollywood's scary portrayals to contend with.
You are a robot, aren't you?
That is correct, sir.
You know, art predicts science, but it's not inevitable. And so the artistic representations of what robots become, I don't think has to happen in real life. We're going to build robots that are useful for specific application. And really, you know, they're machines at the end of the day and they're going to have on-off switches. So, you know, I'm not nearly as worried as, you know, some.
And that group would include movie critic Matt Singer, maybe from all the AI-induced catastrophes he's seen played out on the big screen.
When I look at a lot of these movies, what I see is a lot of doom. Warnings gone unheeded. I would love there to be hope. I would love for a movie, and maybe this is a movie we need, is a movie that shows how artificial intelligence and humanity can work together.
And we have. I mean, think about this little puppy here. I mean, it's incredible where we've come or how far we've gone with technology. The question is, who's programming these machines and keeping that in mind?
And what happens if the on-off switch, if it doesn't work? I'm just kidding.
Just reset.